Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel US Immigration. We hope you're doing great. In this video we will talk about the adjustment of the status process explained. Navigating the adjustment of status process can be a daunting task, especially with the myriad of forms, fees, and processing times involved, whether you're seeking to obtain your green card while remaining in the United States or simply looking to understand the nuances of this critical step in your immigration journey. This video will provide you with clear, comprehensive insights. From the initial application to the final approval, we'll break down each component of the adjustment of the status process, ensuring you have the knowledge you need to move forward with confidence. If you are interested in this topic, so to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Everything you need to know about the fees, forms, and processing times for getting a green card while in the United States. Navigating the adjustment of status process can seem overwhelming, but understanding the details about fees, forms, and processing times can simplify the journey toward obtaining your green card. Whether you entered the US on a temporary visa or have another valid reason to seek permanent residency, this guide will provide a comprehensive overview of everything you need to know to make the process as smooth as possible. What is adjustment of status? Adjustment of status is a process that allows certain non-US citizens who are already in the United States to apply for lawful permanent residency, commonly known as a green card, without having to leave the country. This process is typically utilized by individuals who entered the US on a temporary visa, such as a student or work visa, and wish to transition to permanent residency. In contrast, consular processing is the alternative method where you apply for a green card from outside the US. This involves having your green card processed by the nearest US consulate or embassy, and you will remain outside the US until your green card is approved. While both adjustment of the status and consular processing have their timelines, forms, and costs, the eligibility requirements are essentially the same. For a more detailed comparison, consult our guide on adjustment of the status versus consular processing. The adjustment of status process. Determine your eligibility. Before you start the AAOS process, confirm that you qualify for a green card under one of the available categories. Common categories include family-based, immediate relatives of U.S. citizens or green card holders, spouse, child, parent; employment-based, sponsored by an employer or based on your professional achievements; humanitarian, includes refugees and asylees, among others; petition filing. Your green card application begins with a petition filed by your sponsor. Family green card. File Form I-130. Employment-based green card. File Form I-140. Humanitarian green card. File Form I-730. The petition must be approved by U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services before you can proceed with your adjustment of the status application. The approval process can take several months to over a year, depending on your specific case. Visa availability. After your petition is approved, check the availability of a visa for your green card category. Visa availability can vary based on your category, country of origin, and whether you are an immediate relative of a U.S. citizen or in a different category. Immediate relatives typically do not face wait times, while other categories might experience delays of years or even decades. File Form I-485. Once a visa is available, you need to file Form I-485, application to register permanent residence or adjust status. Along with this form, you may also apply for a work permit and advance parole travel document, which allows you to work and travel while your adjustment of the status application is pending. Note that proposed USCIS fee changes might increase costs for work and travel documents. Biometrics appointment. After filing your I-485, USCIS will schedule a biometrics appointment for you to provide fingerprints, photographs, and an eye scan. This step is crucial for background checks, interview, and further processing. Depending on your case, you might be required to attend an in-person interview. During this interview, a USCIS officer will ask questions about your application and background. You may also be asked to provide additional evidence or attend a follow-up interview if necessary. Decision. USCIS will issue a decision on your application within about 90 days of your interview. You can also track your application status online. If approved, you will receive an approval notice followed by your green card. How much does adjustment of status cost? The cost of the adjustment of the status process involves several fees. Initial petition fees. Typically $675 for Form I-130. Check specific instructions if filing other forms. Form I-485 filing fees. Generally $1,440 for applicants under 14. The fee is $950 when filing with a parent. Otherwise, it's $1,440. Refugee applicants may have the fee waived. Adjustment of status timeline. The timeline for adjustment of the status varies based on your application type and other factors. Here are some typical timelines. Marriage green card. Processing times are about 10 to 23 months for spouses of U.S. citizens and 29 to 40 months for spouses of green card holders. K-1 to adjustment of the status generally takes 10 to 23 months, though this can be longer depending on individual circumstances. You can check processing times for specific forms using the USCIS online tool. Requirements for adjustment of status. To be eligible for adjustment of the status, you must have entered the U.S. with a valid visa or under the visa waiver program. Be in lawful status, though overstayers might qualify if marrying a U.S. citizen. Ensure you meet the specific requirements for your green card category. Understanding the 90-day rule. The 90-day rule is used by USCIS to determine if applicants misrepresented their intentions when entering the U.S. If you apply for adjustment of the status within 90 days of arrival on a visa that does not permit dual intent, you may face scrutiny. It's generally better to wait until after 90 days to avoid complications, although USCIS can still review your intentions at any time. Checking your EOS application status. You can monitor your adjustment of the status application status by entering your case number on the USCIS website for real-time updates after receiving your green card. Congratulations on receiving your green card. You can now live and work freely in the U.S., travel abroad and return, and eventually apply for U.S. citizenship if you meet the residency requirements and other conditions. For those who received a conditional green card through marriage, remember to apply for a 10-year green card before the 2-year period ends after meeting the residency requirements. You may also apply for citizenship, provided you adhere to legal obligations and avoid extended absences from the U.S. Understanding these steps, fees, and timelines will help you navigate the adjustment of the status process more effectively and move closer to achieving your permanent residency in the United States. Understanding the adjustment of status process is crucial for a smooth transition to permanent residency in the United States. By familiarizing yourself with the associated fees, required forms, and estimated processing times, you can better prepare for each stage of your application. Remember, while the journey may seem complex, having a detailed guide at your disposal can make all the difference. If you follow these steps and stay informed, you'll be well on your way to achieving your green card and securing your future in the US. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
Hello everyone, welcome back to channel US Immigration. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we will talk about the adjustment of status process explained. Adjustment of status is a process that enables certain non-US citizens already residing in the US to apply for a green card or lawful permanent residency without having to leave the country. This process is particularly suited for individuals who entered the US on a temporary visa, such as a student or work visa, and wish to transition to permanent residency. Unlike consular processing, which requires applicants to apply from the outside the US, AOS allows them to remain in the country while their application is being processed. To begin, you need to confirm your eligibility for green card under one of the available categories, such as family-based, employment-based, or humanitarian-based. For family-based green cards, the sponsor must file Form I-130, while employment-based green cards require Form I-140, and humanitarian green cards need Form I-730. After the petition is approved by US Citizenship and Immigration Services, you must check for visa availability. Immediate relatives of US citizens typically do not face a wait, but other categories may experience long delays due to visa caps. Once a visa becomes available, you file Form I-485 to adjust your status. This step may include applying for a work permit and an advance payroll travel document. Be aware that fees associated with these forms could increase if proposed USCIS changes are implemented. Following the submission of Form I-485, USCIS will schedule a biometrics appointment for fingerprinting and photographs. You might also need to attend an in-person interview where USCIS will review your application and background. A decision on your application is generally made within 90 days of the interview. You can monitor your case status online for updates. If approved, you will receive a green card, which allows you to live, work, and travel freely within the US. For those who obtained a conditional green card through marriage, you will need to upgrade to a 10-year green card before 2-year period ends. After meeting the residency requirements, you may apply for US citizenship provided you adhere to legal obligations and avoid extended absences from the country.